Hey, so today I want to talk a little bit about worrying. And I want to talk about this because worrying is a condition that I have dealt with throughout my life, but it's only something that I've recently became aware of as a problem for my growth recently, like this year recently. So I want to talk about what I understand it to be, why it's a problem, and if you can relate to this, some of the things that you can do to redirect that worrying into a more positive direction. So when I use the term worry, I'm describing it as being a persistent concern about a possible event, and there's no real positive actions that are being taken, right? So you have this fear, it's making you feel uneasy, but you're not really doing anything to try and resolve that, whether it needs, like, you need to take an action to complete something, or you need to talk to someone, or whatever you may need to do in order to move past that fear. You're not doing that. You're just in a state of constant overwhelm. Or maybe it's something to where you don't have control over it, right? Like if you're in a car and you're worried about getting into an accident, well, that's more of an intrusive thought. You still don't have control over that, but you like consistently, think about the loom and gloom, I think is what it's called, but just have this doomsday type of mentality. So that is how I describe worrying. There are reasons that we do it that I didn't realize, or we we need to have a sense of these key traits, these key areas, but in a healthy way. So worrying gives you a sense of control. It helps you to be prepared for the worst possible outcome. It is a habit that we may have formed early on. It is probably one of the one times in your day where you are 100% focused, right? Your attention is there and your focus is there because you really have a strong fear. So it's a sense of mindfulness, right? It can help you with creative thinking, because now you're trying to come up with some potential solutions so this thing may not happen, or if it does happen, some creative thinking around, okay, what would I do if this did happen? And it can also be a place for learning and growth. All of these things that I just listed off: growth, learning, control, creative thinking, attention, focus, prepared, readiness. Those are all things that those are healthy, right? Those can be healthy if you're doing it in the right way. So, what I understand is, okay, this is an area that I can switch. So instead of trying to control for, if I'm in a car and worried about an accident, control the fact that, okay, if I'm driving a car, I can make sure that it is prepared by having enough gas, having, it up to maintenance, making sure that if there are any issues that I'm seeing, I'm getting it checked regularly, right? These are all precautions that I can take so that prepared for the worst can switch from a negative to a more positive. The more your body wants to have these things. It is natural human nature to want to have a level of control, to want to have attention and focus. But if you haven't learned the best ways to execute that, then you have emotions like worry that will consume you, and it'll start to take over you executing this from a more healthy space. So I say all this to say, you really should sit down with yourself if you think that worrying is something that has been a issue for you. And again, I'm describing worrying as like you have these constant thoughts about concerns and you're not doing anything to ease that uneasiness. in your mind. You're not taking any type of action in a direction that will help you to stop thinking this way. Instead, you're ruminating. You're thinking about this stuff over and over and over again, and it's just not going anywhere, you know. And you may also be commiserating. You may be talking to other people who can relate, you know, and can just continue to keep that persistent worry going on in your head. So the first thing, and again, I recently discovered this. This is something that I'm working through. So I would say also talk to a professional, you know, whether it be a therapist or someone that you trust to be able to have these type of conversations with, to be vulnerable with. Also keep those people in your repertoire. But me just talking to you like on a more peer-to-peer or friend type of relationship, know that you have reasons that you worry, and your reasons are valid, but your reasons are not the healthiest way to meet your needs. So look at some other ways that you can meet that attention, that need for attention, that need for focus, that need for emotional connection, that need to feel ready, that need to feel in control. Look at some other ways that you can meet those needs that are healthier for you and that will allow you to grow in the ways that you need to. So just wanted to check in, tell you that, and I hope you are having a blessed day, and continue to tune in to these videos. If you like the content that I'm providing, I am looking to continue to grow and improve as well. So thank you for your time, and until next time, talk later.